IDEF exclusive news.
Now we are at the Meteksan Savunma booth and we are with Mr. Selçuk Alparslan. How do you define the IDEF? How was it for you?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is, as you said, Selçuk Alparslan. I am the president of Meteksan Defence, Meteksan Savunma. IDEF, it has been a long time since the previous fair organization. Now, I think everybody missed IDEF, coming up together in such a fair. So it is very energetic. There are very crowded, lots of delegations. So we are very happy to communicate between our stakeholders, our customers, and the other companies, B2B relations, etc. It is very satisfactory, very exciting. So we are very much happy to be.
We all missed face-to-face meetings, I suppose.
Exactly. The pandemic period was terrible. It affected everybody in a worse way. So, as you said, we all missed coming up together. Of course, the being together is different than online meetings or that kind of meeting is not satisfactory. So you need to establish a relationship in between the communication. Therefore, that's very helpful and very good to be here.
If we come to your booth, we see ULAQ behind you, which is your partnership with RS Shipyard. Could you start from ULAQ?
Okay, thank you very much. ULAQ is our newborn baby in 2020 and 2021, and we have invested lots of engineering effort. It's a very strategic approach for Meteksan and RS Shipyard. We established a cooperation, a joint, let's say, venture in between RS Shipyard. They are very good at building up very fast patrol boats, very fast ships, military vehicles, surface vehicles, etc. And we are good at communications, navigation, electronic warfare, and all types of military electronic equipments. So we brought up our forces together and we come up with a bigger sum in between this cooperation. So we decided to build a novel solution for unmanned surface vehicles. We formed up a vision for this. So this version, the ULAQ, the first one, the armed unmanned surface vehicle, is the new one, the newer one, the newborn baby. Its mission is maritime security in general, as a whole. Maritime security consists of lots of things. One of them is base protection, harbor protection, critical infrastructure protection. The other one is surface warfare or land attack missions. There are lots of missions in the literature. So it's an era that man and machine collaborates together to come up with bigger solutions for naval forces, for armed forces. This robotic warfare, we can call this, it is strengthened, powered with the artificial intelligence types of the new generation technology that we call. Actually, the artificial intelligence, etc., they are not new. The mathematics is, of course, old. However, it is now available. It is you can enable these technologies in robotic systems. So the ULAQ concept is unmanned and manned collaboration together. With such a vehicle, you can do very persistent and endurance missions without risking human life, and also with unlimited scaleless capacity with very low cost. So when you face with some threat, ULAQs can go and face with the threat, with the enemy. They can give you some intelligence information that the commanders can decide, and then it can make deterrence activities with its weapons if it has weapons, or it may have other types of equipment. So this is a modular framework. We are planning to extend this framework with different missions as well, like anti-submarine warfare, like mine countermeasures, like electronic warfare, etc. This version behind me, as you see, it's the maritime security version, and it's very it grabs too much attention from local and external foreign customers and stakeholders.
This passed all the tests as far as we know.
Oh yeah.
And the SSB, the Presidency of Defence Industries, is also pays interest to that vehicle. How about the anti-submarine warfare and mine clearance, the mine countermeasure vessels that you are planning? What is the stage? Where are they?
Okay, first the first part of the question. Yes, the Turkish Navy has put a lot of attention to this one. They helped us to validate the system. I chose the word validation because we attended to the Seawolf exercise, Seawolf 2021 exercise. It's the biggest exercise in Turkey. There are lots of ships, etc. And ULAQ took a role in that, in that exercise, and it was very, very interesting. It performed a land attack mission.
With a salvo firing.
Yes, with a salvo firing of Girit missiles coming from Roketsan. Roketsan is also our partnered with us. They joined to our development efforts. So that missile firing was the first, I believe, in the world, laser-guided missile firing in a real exercise, and it was fully satisfactory with 2 salvo firings. It made the firing from 5 kilometers away with 15 knots of an attack, totally unmanned and totally, autonomously. So this was very interesting job. So Turkish Navy is behind, of course, this initiative. I thank them a lot. Too many thanks for our commanders. Also, Presidency of Defence. They now support these efforts, and also we appreciate. We are very thankful to them. Now we are trying to deliver some units for Turkish Navy. Getting into the inventory of the Navy. And the second part of your question.
May I just ask a question? To clarify one thing, you said attack and autonomously.
Yeah.
There is one misunderstanding when we talk about autonomous actions. Abroad there is an understanding that the vessel attacks on its own. We are talking about autonomous navigation, I believe.
Oh yeah. Autonomy has levels. Everybody tries to define the levels of autonomy. Level 0 means remote control. And starting from level 1, 2, 3, the independence level increases. At the some authorities call it level 5. In level 5, the system, the unmanned system, decided on its own to shoot, and it has the authority to shoot by itself. We don't do this because this is a controversial issue in the world because of the laws and ethics. So always man is in the loop for firing. However, in the mid levels of autonomy, or as you said, the system has a route plan and or a route mission. It is defined as a route planning. It is downloaded dynamically to the system, and it reacts according to its routes. It takes on its route, and whenever it faces with an obstacle or an intermittent issue, etc., then it reacts accordingly. Or as you are on the sea base, you must comply to the collision avoidance regulations, etc. And all these autonomy issues are, as you know, being handled by big data collection, artificial intelligence, algorithms, etc. It is a journey which improves day by day. with the data tagging, etc. So our autonomy level is in a satisfactory level, but we are improving it every day in engineering terms. And as you said, to sum up, it's a navigation autonomy currently. Always man observes and intervenes the system, and the firing is done by the shooting operator,
All right.
missile operator.
Can we proceed with the anti-submarine warfare? Because
Okay.
this is your next stage, I believe.
Okay. With RS, our partners, we are working on anti-submarine warfare design. Actually, we have made an announcement on spring that we started for this design. Now it's ongoing, and it has various modalities actually. The anti-submarine warfare design is also divided into several categories. It depends on the sonar system developments or sonar systems capabilities. There are traits and pros and cons in sonar system that you choose, how you react. Do you want to react with weapons or not, or just a passive system, etc. We are working on a configuration right now. Since we are also a sonar company, we have a very good capability in sonar systems. Therefore, we are working very in a very close. So let me put this aside, and make it a surprise for you in the near term.
Right. I was just going to ask whether there is a timeline that we can know, but I suppose let's wait and see for the
Yes,
surprise.
it's better to say that.
I see. Can we have a look at your KAPAN UAV countermeasure system?
KAPAN is, Meteksan's one of fundamental building blocks of its product line, product range. It's comprised of a radar system first, an electro-optic system, and a jammer system. We are at the whole command and control infrastructure, the integration and command and control software system. We are, in the meanwhile, a radar company. We design, develop, and provide
We know Retinar well.
different radars. With the heritage of Retinar, we developed this Retinar FAR anti-drone system. Retinar FAR has too many distinguished capabilities, very nice capabilities. Elevation range is very wide. It's a 3D radar. It can localize the drones in 3D environment, and its revisit time is too fast. So in seconds of time, you can, in 360 degrees, with a wide range of elevation, you can localize drones immediately. And when you localize the drones, there comes up a new problem. Is it a drone or something else?
Yes.
Because you are going to react it. And this reaction currently is being done by jamming of navigation systems, GNS or GNSS systems. It is the most valuable or addressable way to do this, to disable the drone systems. However, all drones do not come with navigation, with GPS navigation. However, GPS navigation is the first one you must do. But GPS jamming or GNSS jamming disrupts the environment as well, the frequency band, with the friendly forces as well, friendly assets. So you must understand, you must validate if it is a drone or not.
Yeah.
Therefore, the electro-optics come into play. Electro-optics are very integrated or suited to the performance of the radar. There are day and night camera systems, infrared camera systems, and with the validation of the electro-optics, we decide that it's a drone or not. In this decision,
The diagnosis, the aerial platform.
Exactly. This is, you first classify and try to identify it. And in this classification process, radar and electro-optics work together in data fusion. There are some signature analysis in radar and of course the signature analysis in electro-optics. Now again artificial intelligence comes into play. So we claim that we can distinguish birds and drones in a very satisfactory percentage of performance. So then the jam to play, the operator decides to jam, and we start jamming, even in 360 degrees with the following, in a sequential manner. So this is a very integrated, very sophisticated and very economic way of fighting against drones as a counter-drone system.
I believe it is a land system, but can we use at a naval basis, for example? When I ask this, because sometimes it is some air platforms fly with sea skimming, very shallow, very near to the sea surface. Can it perform the same mission on the naval basis?
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely yes, because this is the category of targets are called low, small, slow targets. These are slower than high-speed missiles or fighters. These fly in low altitudes, and these are very small radar cross sections. The currently air defense systems, very expensive, sophisticated air defense systems, cannot cope with this type of threat. Too expensive systems, but is very vulnerable to such a threat. These types of systems fills in the gap in between that area, and the radar systems are tuned, let's say, in order to detect against low altitude clutter, even if it is sea or land. So the success in retinal FAR is identifying the detection of LSS targets within such a cluttered environment. Therefore, the answer to your question is yes.
I see. Thank you. The last question is about Seymen.
Seymen.
Yes. If we turn that way, this is the Seymen that you signed yesterday, navigation electronic warfare system, to create a GPS denied environment, as far as I understand.
Very nice wording. Yes, exactly.
So when it will be ready, how it will be done?
Seymen, as you said, is a GNSS electronic warfare, electronic attack system. These systems now change the game in the war theater, because it's the era of, I told you that it's the era of robotic warfare, of course. And in contrary, or on the other side, it's the era of electronic warfare. Electronic warfare is always important, but now we really face with the problem in a real situation. In the war area, or tactical area, all the war, all the military confrontation, first of all, is done in electromagnetic spectrum usage. So you have too many assets, UAVs, robotic assets, UAVs, missiles, etc., or land and naval assets, platforms. All of them depend upon GNSS, global navigation satellite systems, because they must know their position, they must know their direction, and they must do the navigation. So on a tactical area, if you deny these systems in electronic warfare, electronic attack means, then the game changes. So this is the essential part of armies, navies, air forces. Seymen is such a system that is very powerful, very wideband. All of the constellation and bands are covered at the same time. You jam and you do spoofing. You deny the systems around. So this is a very crucial aspect, and it has also directional antennas, so you can selectively make electronic attack missions according to your planning. And also it has the capability to make a volume search with its radar retinal far. In such means, if you this is something like a air air defense system. Air defense system. It has a radar as well. With the radar, it detects the targets, the drones, the missiles, and it reacts with electronic warfare means to their GNSS capabilities. So this is very important, and we have started the project 6 months ago, and yesterday we are very honored, we are very proud to sign this with the Turkish Presidency of Defense, and now we continue, and in a very short timeline, short time frame, we'll have delivered the system, I suppose, to Turkish Army.
Can we go to the last one, the Milsar?
Okay.
Now your SAR and MTI radar for UAVs.
Yes.
Could
Yes.
you? So
Okay.
we see on the ANKA right now. So can you tell us your expectations about the Milsar and its tactical?
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay,
capabilities?
Milsar is a SAR, GMTI and MMTI radar. What does it mean? Probably you know. SAR means synthetic aperture radar. Synthetic aperture radar modality helps you to take pictures in radar means from long distances with very high resolution. You keep your resolution even if very long distances. This is not the same in optical terms, because optics, when you get far, the optical resolution drops. In SAR, it depends on your waveform design. So
And even behind the clouds, you can work.
I'm just coming to that point. Since they don't use the optical means, this is radar system. It can work even if behind the clouds. It can penetrate through the clouds. It can penetrate through the rain or bad weather conditions. This is called degraded visual environment. So in degraded visibility conditions, SAR systems can take radar pictures. However, radar pictures are different than optical pictures in one other aspect as well. It is not an optical picture. It is something different. You should read that picture. And this needs some
Conversion algorithms.
post interpretation algorithms as well. Milsar has those capabilities as well. So when you look, for example, to a place from a camera, you may see just ordinary a picture. But if you look with SAR, you may have too many information. You can grab too many information. This is how it is used. For example, you can make change detection. You can make change detection. If you pass over the same area several times, you can make face comparison, a technical term, what I mean, and then you can understand if there's an activity. There has been an activity in there, like caves or digging for some improvised explosives, etc. This is very crucial. You get too many reconnaissance and surveillance information with SAR systems, and also it is. In one aspect as well, it can be used for dismount detection. This is not SAR, but the GMTI version means ground moving target indicator. This turns 360 degrees, and it can understand the moving objects or subjects.
From the difference.
Actually, it's like a radar, track-wise scan radar. The other mode I'm telling you about. It can understand, detect the subjects or objects, moving objects on the ground or even on the sea. These are GMTI and MMTI modes. So these systems are very versatile. And you see the SAR picture over there. And very versatile in these aspects. And they give you too many capabilities in terms of C4 and ISR integration, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions. So this system is verified on ANKA platform, and now It's one of the distinguishing features of Milsar. It is very easy to integrate. It is very small. It can fit into the electro-optical openings, electro-optic turret or pod openings. It has nothing. It needs nothing inside the plane, inside the platform. All of the electronics and mechanics are on its under this system, and it has standard interfaces in between the platform. So it is very lightweight. This is crucial for UAV developers. It's almost 27 kilograms, and therefore this is a very game changer as well. Very good, I believe it will be a very good asset for all UAV developers, users, even in country or in the other allied countries.
Mr. Alparslan, thank you for your answers.
I also thank you very much. I'm very pleased. Thank you very much.
IDEF exclusive news.